You see this? Look at this beautiful ocean right here. There's acrobat land. There's acrobatics. There's acrobatics going on. I had sleep on this floor right here, but I was paralyzed and could not move. The light had came on over there. You didn't get to see Whopper. Whopper is not on the floor, beat the hell up. I figured it out I can walk around this bed, lock myself onto the ceiling, pull his arm up, and then he can scoot his boot. There's this pillow area. This damn bed is pretty dang good. I'm so glad I didn't let him bring another bed. This bed is a family member now. Sure as hell is, because I can walk along it and I can lock myself into the ceiling and then reach my hand down, just like I've had my dad's profile picture for so long. The guy's got his arm. It's the exact same thing I did. I knew I had it for a reason. Have you seen it? Have you seen it, Walker? I'll have to show it to you. This is very much more enjoyable than I would have ever imagined. Turn that dang light off. I can get up off the floor. I'm a little heavier than normal. Not too bad. They have some amazing old ass shows. The guy that ties you to the railroad tracks popped up. He did his mustache like he does, like ha ha ha. He did that shit. Crazy shit. I can't get my shoulder out of the way. We're both going back to sleep. We're gonna get that amount of sleep. I've got something in my ear. I've got to put fucking hydrogen. I might end up having some problems with this ear. It just keeps getting worse, and it feels like a rock in the back of my neck. But it's all right. It's the only problem is I can't hear out of it. My voice is echoing through my head horribly. Like I almost can't talk. It's pain that it's not a pain that I can. It's not any pain that it's not the same sort of pain. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I put hydrogen peroxide in it. It bubbles out. My brother said he put a heating pad on his ear, and something came out of his on the same ear. Mine started happening the exact same time my dad went to the hospital. I started getting the pressure pops in my ear. Oh, you can't leave that out. No, I can't. I'm so happy just to be alive. This guy's getting a little better from demobilized, whatever the hell you want to call it. It's okay to be able to pull the whole bed sheets off, walk along the ceiling, grab this guy's arm, and make sure he can't fucking either rip his armhole out or just be able to like pick yourself up. If you got to pop your body up just to get something underneath your ass, it's way better to have one other person than to just be dead. It's actually very good from the spirit. The spirit is loving this, but I can't. This is difficult in a motherfucker. But it's all right. It's like I've eased my mind into this space and saturated it with the living light of my mind. All those times, all those days where I'd get worried and then I'd have to pray to God. I'd like, hold on. I can't both be worried and thank God. I said, I can't do it. I said, God, you're gonna have to help me because I'm not able to I can't keep worrying without being in trouble for it. And he's like, well, that's right. That's right. My uncle told me what to say. He's like, if you have a problem in your prayers, not getting answers, he told me what I already knew. He's like, make sure to say at the end, God's will be done. I was like, oh, I knew it. I knew that. My will been in the way for a long time. But I did say, let God's will be done. And I did say, and help me figure out how to line my wheel with yours on the side. So sure, anything you need. This TV just had. Oh, my throat is sick. I've not got over this infection I've had in my head since I've had to call the ambulance for my dad. I know my brother's sick. Some other people are sick. The uh, hold on. It's so upside down. I feel like I'm. And we're glad to do it. We're glad to do it. You see the life come back in this guy's face. It wasn't there. It's to move his whole body. Way better than putting somebody in the hole. Putting somebody in the hole and be like, oh, bye. All right, I don't. No, wrong. There is something about the guns and the violence, because we will shoot you. If you come in here all crazy, we will. Whatever the hell is America, whatever the fuck is the guns, whatever the fuck. I don't like shooting at people either. I don't like being shot at either. I don't like being shot at. I don't like being shot at. They just had Russian roulette on this TV. I don't know what they were arguing about. Men are always the same. They always are the same. Whatever men are, they're the same. They're the same. They're all men. They'll all fight. They have to fight. It's in our skin. It's because we're men. It's in our skin. But this guy, eyes stays open because of whatever the hell happened to him when he was young. He told me they did all this crazy fighting and all this bullshit, which leads to this. But this just being solid, because it's solid, and I can move my fucking fat whole body ass against that solid, it can dance, it can counterbalance. I've had to walk around here, and I put one in that motherfucking chamber to be able to shoot it if I needed to. And I went through all that shit too with my eyes open. With my eyes open. If I put one in that motherfucking chamber, I would have to take that motherfucker out. And maybe later I'd reload it into the magazine. I never fully emptied the magazine. I never got deeper than 3 bullets. I put them back in. I hope people will stop shooting each other. But we can't let go of the guns as Americans. We can't do it and be America. You cannot take the arms from the citizens. You cannot do it. It violates the Constitution. That's the only one. That's the only one. Next to the freedom of speech, I'm gonna motherfucking tell you. I have to. It's my duty as an American, as a citizen, to roll around on this floor, to get my old ass daddy up, to get his old ass pants off, throw the motherfuckers in the washing machine, and then throw them in the dryer. It's all right here. It's all right here. I put too much shit in the dryer because I had to have the space. I had turned it on. I smelled a little bit of wrong, and I stopped it. And then I got caught up in the life. I just had to use one knot sheet for the sheet that I had washed. There's so many of them more in here than in my room. But they smell so good. They did not get mildewy. And I was a little bit late and close to on time. I'm alive. I'm fucking happy to be alive. There's some magazine on the table or some junk mail, and it says, "How does it feel to have to face winter alone?" And it's a threat, and it's a promise. It's just the natural course of life, but I take it real personal for some reason because I can push against it. And I really wish we would stop sending shit like that to each other in the mail. It is so ridiculously tainted with suggestions, threats. It's not nice. It's not even good. But there's no one in this house that's stupid or not capable of extreme bodily harm because we have bodies and we have guns. But I'm my best gun. I'm the best gun I've ever had. I never had to shoot another man in my life. And not to say I wouldn't. I don't ever want to have to do that. I don't never want to have to go to war and kill another human being. But I will go if I have to. I will go. I tried to go one other time, and I'm glad I didn't have to. I'm glad my dad didn't have to. His brothers wouldn't have let him go because two of them went. They decided amongst themselves. They said, "You ain't gonna fucking go to this motherfucking Vietnam." I'm glad he didn't fucking go. I probably wouldn't even be here if he did. That wasn't his path. But we got a lot of respect for veterans. But they brought a lot of that Vietnam back home because they sat in that fucking Pentagon. They didn't win that war. And they're not winning wars right now. But they're making them. They ain't finishing them. They're making them every day. Every day. Every day. That Joseph Biden, he pumps more war out every day. Every lick of ice cream. You vote for that shit, you got your goddamn mind. They still doing the same dumbass shit. You can't treat another person like they're a fucking animal and expect anything good to come out of that. You cannot do it. I don't normally like the Yankee soldiers, but I like them right now. That Civil War shit. I don't either. Yeah, the cold-blooded shit, it's got to stop. Maybe we're working out our shit. Maybe America, I don't know. You don't have no other shit going on in the world like went on back then because these damn guns. Because these damn guns. I would always have a sword. And when my wife started fucking around with other men, she started hiding my sword and putting her neck out. It took a long time to figure out what exactly she was doing because it didn't make any sense. I had swords since I was a little kid. I liked them. She was getting ready to have her head cut off. She was setting the stage. She set this fucking stage. It took so long to figure out what was going on. And then one time we got into a fight. She had set the stage. There got a little bit of blood on my sword, and I gave that motherfucker away. And I didn't have one in the house no more. But I didn't have the sense to get away from her. She would still put her neck out. And she would put the something, she would move them tools around. She was scared of the gun the whole time. Anytime, because her mama got shot by her dad. She would set the stage. Oh, we got that. We got that road in this town. That girl got a lot of messed up shit. I'm not exactly sure what had happened. But they had some sort of party. Somebody was flirting with the wife, and her daddy was going to get that shotgun and go run his ass off. He was drunk as fuck. It was New Year's. He shot her in the back. I don't think he meant to do it, but he went for that gun. He was coming in too hot. She set the stage. That one didn't live very long at all. They all have that memory of that sister. She set the stage. I've seen them do it and they don't even know what they're doing. But before they got guns and blood and swords, I got enough of the pieces now to figure it out. I'm not sure when or if she'll ever calm down or stop getting, I don't know. I heard her talking on the phone to the other guy, and he had a shotgun in his mouth or pointed at his head. I don't know what. I couldn't believe it. I was like, there's no way you're talking to that man like that. There's no way that I'm here. Are you talking to him like that? I don't know what sort of demon she was talking through or was in her, but it made me sick to my stomach. I was in this house. I was laying in that room with my little boy the last time I ever laid in the bed with that little boy. I took a picture of him, and I look at that picture a lot. But I remember that day like it stands fuck out. And I don't know what was going on. She had a demon in her. That demon come through that whole line of them. I don't know what Jesus is doing to fix it. But I know where I'm at. And we're all the same. They set the stage.